When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down, down. Clear sky.
I mean, your life wouldn't be any better for knowing. Alright, we should have audio.
Someone who was involved with our community for a while and turned out to...
Alright, you guys should be able to hear me now. Let me know if anybody in the chat can hear me. They should be able to hear everybody.
Hear something.
Woo! Alright. I think we're good now. I had to get that straightened out. Sorry about that. For some reason, every time I open OBS, it keeps defaulting back to my original audio device instead of the one it's supposed to. I don't know why. It's annoying. But anyway, we're here and we're live. Yeah. Were you guys able to at least hear the intro audio and all that fun jazz? I just want to make sure that worked. I think it did, but let me know if you weren't.
Hi, Carol.
OBS is a pain in the ass. Yeah, it definitely is. All right.
Oh, now I'm hungry for pitas.
Oh, Sean Carroll, remember how you said you were watching Star Nova at one point? That was when we were on AC2W.
All right. So I think we're good now. We should be all set. Alrighty, well hello everybody and welcome back to Movie Night. We are here and we are live and I think everything is working as it is supposed to, at least for now. Alright, so let's start with our introductions of our lovely panel and we'll start with RJ.
Hello! Audio may be wacky. And if Brooke were here, I would be telling her that we are putting the final text into the file for Paralogs 2 to get it published by the end of the month. They're on Amazon. Yay!
Well, that's good to hear. And glad to have you here with us, RJ. At least you're not roboting right this second, so hopefully we'll get you without too much roboting. Yeah, hopefully we'll get you without too much roboting tonight.
Just don't go killing Sarah Connor.
No. And we'll go over to Bionic Dance.
Hi, everybody. I got hit with a massive wave of tired like an hour ago, so I had some caffeine, which means I'll either be hyper or face planting before movie night's over, so please bear with me. But other than that, things are good. Hi, everybody.
Hello. We're glad to have you here with us as well. We also...
You tell such beautiful lies.
No, not a lie. We also, let's see, is Chris Kelling available? Nope, I think Chris is busy. Let's see if Chris is busy. Yeah, looks like Chris is busy. Okay, we'll go over to Mom NATO.
Hi, folks. How's everybody doing? Hope you're having a good weekend. That's pretty much it.
That's about it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you here with us, Mom NATO. Thank you for coming and enjoying our evening.
Oh, yes.
And we also have Tornado with us tonight.
Hi.
Hello, Tornado. How are you doing tonight?
Well, I've been getting into this game called Hard Space Shipbreaker, which basically is what I like to call Titan AE ship salvaging simulator.
Aha.
Except Earth is still there, and you're not floating around in Tal 14, and you actually work for a mega corporation instead of doing your own thing.
Oh, and don't forget, Florida's missing. The Earth is flooded.
Yeah, and in the game you have to work off a $1.2 billion debt. Being a blue-collar wage slave to a mega corporation. I love a good fantasy game.
Well, I'm glad you're...
Dread.
Go ahead, sorry.
No. I feel like
No, well, I'm glad that you're here with us, and I'm glad that you're enjoying your game you're getting into, so that's always a good thing.
Thanks.
We also have Chris Kelling, if Chris is freed up. Nope, Chris is not freed up. All right. Well, I just want to make sure. All right. Let me see here. All right.
I'm back.
I don't know what that background noise would be at this point. I don't hear it from anybody.
Might be me.
I don't hear it.
No, I don't
I'm
hear
back,
it, and I don't have anything running in my background. Fan and the air conditioner.
I mean, I got the air conditioner going on in mine, but I was muted.
Yeah, and I don't hear it. It's very strange. The stream says they hear it, though.
What is it?
Hold on, let me mute my microphone and see if it's me. Anything? No?
I don't notice it.
Okay.
Let me see something here. I'll just bear with me 1 second here. Let me go
What's
ahead and
it sound like?
try this.
Might be me. Let me mute.
Sounds like Wally having sex with a speak and spell line.
Maybe a menage a trois with Stephen Hawking?
It could be my computer. If it is, it's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, when I played the stream, I mean, I hear it a little, and I hear the crickets outside my window. That I can still hear, but it does sound like a little bit of a fan. I don't know. Let me try this. Probably for me, but we'll try this. See if that's any better. Make sure
Did it stop when I muted my mic?
Either that or the audience.
Well, they say it's gone now.
Oh, okay. I'm going to
Okay.
turn off my video while I munch on crackers.
Alrighty. Yeah, I don't know. It's very strange because I don't hear it like from the panel voice chat, and I don't hear
Yeah,
it.
it's mom. It's mom, I think.
They're saying it's back now.
I think it might be my mom.
Is it gonna drive people away, or?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's mom.
Now it's gone.
It's me because it disappears when I mute my mic.
Ah,
I can't do anything about it. It's my computer.
gotcha. All right. Well, we'll do the best we can with it. It is what it is. Let me see here. Right. So we will bring up our wheel.
Wheel, the wheel.
And we'll say hi to Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hello. I didn't have a
On
whole lot
again?
to say anyway, other than hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you, Mom.
Right.
Oh no, they say it's gone again.
Well, let's bring up our. I think we'll survive. I mean, it is what it is. We can't do too much about it. I think it might be your mic, but I'm not sure. All right. Well, let's bring up our wheel, shall we? We
Well,
have.
they say it's not me, so.
Well, that's good. I don't know. I'm
Here.
not too worried.
Might be me.
Alrighty. Anyway, wheel.
Not me.
Wheel. We have demons,
Right.
gravity, medium, dinos, and pendulums.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh my.
Indeed. We have a lovely wheel for you all this evening. Right. So let me get pulled up so we can spin it.
I
Right.
guess that's my time, right?
It is. Go right ahead, Tornado.
Wheel of misfortune. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it. They should be fun. They should be fun.
Demons.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yes.
Dear.
Alrighty. Well, that
Oh,
sounds
my.
so fun.
Demons.
Demons. Indeed.
Oh, great.
That video pulled up
Is
here.
this Gina Marie
We have
Calvin
our
Hill?
favorite.
It is not.
It's above Astaroth. I'm going to
Oh,
expect a
thank God.
proper collection of demons.
Oh, I don't know. I think Gina Marie Calvin Hill could have made demons fun.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not her.
Hmm.
Is it worse?
You know, I'm not even sure I really know that lady by name, but it's goofier.
Oh, amusing ought to be fun then.
I only watched 30 seconds of this one, assuming it's the one I think it is. And, well, yikes.
Oh,
Yes, we've almost got our video up.
Yay. Roll the film. Play the movie. Yeah, play.
Roll the
Almost
beautiful
of butter no
green
parsnips,
footage.
milady.
All right. There we go. Our lovely video is now up. You guys should be able to see it.
I see it.
Lovely.
And wow. You
But
might actually get
are angles actually diamonds?
They might be. You never
I want
know.
to make sure we got all the spelling permutations covered.
angles. Would that be acute, obtuse, or right angles? And if
In this
it's,
case, definitely obtuse.
Yeah.
if it's a
Wrong
tri-
angles.
and if it's a
I
triangle,
saw an isosceles and then I blinked and it went away.
Do angle, do or do not angle. There is no triangle.
Well,
This is why you fail.
we're going to do a half hour here trying to delay.
Ooh, banned by the. Oh God,
Ooh, the-
no!
the church.
Oh God, no! Is that who I think it is?
Did you
I have
not
no
see
idea.
it on Pants Optional?
No, I
All
saw
right.
that guy's face. I
stop yelling or close your door.
Still don't have all
I-
video.
Okay, we got banned by the church.
Yeah, though.
Preferably both.
I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with this thing tonight.
It's demons.
Of
It
course
really
it
is.
Yeah.
Because everything was working fine. Everything was
Actually,
working
you to
fine
know the
earlier.
truth.
Might be angels that are demons, because angels are. I'll shut up now.
Are we getting any audio?
And
Or are
if
they
you
hearing
blink,
it?
then you're
No.
Is
watching
that like
Doctor Who
Victor
episode.
Victoria?
They're not
woman
hearing
playing
it?
a man playing a
Nobody
woman?
is, no. All right, so we've got it going out to the correct output device. So why is it not working? A great
Bonk
question.
it with a hammer.
You know,
Oh, I hate it when things don't work after you've given them a good thumping.
yeah.
Whoa.
Not that kind of thumping. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Tud thumping?
Mm.
But it's not
Hi,
raining, so
Michael.
gutters are the perfect place.
Ooh.
Yeah, Sean Carroll. It is that guy, I think. I don't know what his name is. Is it the Morgue?
Yes, that's him.
There we go. Now we've got sound, I think.
Yeah, it sounded a smidge quiet, but yeah.
Yeah, it
Now
is, because
it'll all
I
become
turned it down to
sciencey.
make sure that it wasn't too loud. I wanted to make sure it
needs to be
worked.
Turned up.
Yep. I'm working on it. I didn't want to blast anybody's ears out when it finally did work.
Yeah, the
Loud.
Morgue is, wow.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yikes.
Alrighty, you guys can see it perfect. Alright, everybody should be able to hear it at this point. So, let's
Yes,
get
Sturnian.
started then.
That is
Are
the guy.
angels actually demons? That's exactly what an ancient heretical book banned by the church and excluded from the Bible reveals. And this shocking book is known as The Reality of the Rulers, and its purpose is to alert the reader to a dark secret. Now, what is that secret? It's that the angels are really demonic rulers here to keep you imprisoned on earth because you're actually in hell right now. This is what the church doesn't want you to know. My name is Morg, and I'm
Because
an
it's
ex-Christian and survivor of
Oh,
religious trauma
God.
syndrome. My channel is about spreading truth
Drink.
and blood.
Yes, Mom NATO.
Okay. If he's a Christian, and as he's claiming to be, he would not believe what he's saying because
Are
it is
angels
most definitely not something that is even talked about. And I'm sorry, with as many Christians as there are in the world, if this book, heretical book was even conceived of, it would have been spread around.
But it's what the church doesn't want you to know.
Right, but it would still, people would still have heard about it. There would be people spouting it off more than
He's
just
spouting
him.
it. Well, okay.
More than just him. It would be all over the place. There would be many more people talking about it than just him. So,
Oh,
yeah,
dear.
definitely taking that with a huge rock of salt.
Well, we also have Chris
Try an
Kelling.
entire ocean's worth.
Chris Kelling with the hand up. Nope, we don't have Chris Kelling with the hand up. Chris is again, so that's all right. So I guess we will then go back to our lovely video. There we go.
Blasphemy. Now, instead of shouting out some sponsor, I want to thank everyone who makes my work possible. I've been looking at my channel analytics, and I've noticed a lot of
We
you
don't
watching that
care.
haven't hit subscribe yet. So if you like what I'm about, hit subscribe and hit like. Why? So the algorithm will spread this
Well,
like fire. Now, back to the video.
Drink,
the
by
reality of
way,
the rulers.
Because you didn't
Yes.
catch my hand up. I gotta say, his human disguise has gotten a lot better than the last time I saw him.
Yeah.
But this whole thing with the shirt reminds me a lot of Dagger's costume in Cloak and Dagger, which is I know not a lot of people know about some of the minor Marvel characters. Sorry.
When I think of Cloak and Dagger, I think of that 80s movie with Henry Thomas.
And I did get to you, Chris, but I think you were with customers at the time. So I said we'll come back if you get a chance. But that's all right. So we're glad that you had an opportunity. So thank you. We will get back to our video then.
Also known as the
The sciencey
Hypostasis
part.
of the Archons, is an ancient book associated with a group of heretical Christians known as the Gnostics, and they claimed to hold the secret knowledge of the truth of existence. See, they believed that the rest of
Drink.
the world had been
Yes.
Ah, yes. Special knowledge that only a select few people have access to.
Yeah.
Where have we heard this before?
Everywhere.
Ding, 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 ding. You hear it with flat earthers. Oh, they don't want you to know the truth. You hear it with young earth creationists. Oh, it's all a lie. Believe me. And now this guy.
Yeah.
And they never seem to articulate why they don't want you to know the truth. They just don't want you to know it.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy!
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh dear. Right?
I mean, so they didn't want to put all the book of dumb shit in the Bible. I mean,
Yeah, right.
Who's to complain?
Oh dear. All right, well let's get back here and see what he has to say. I'm sure we're gonna get to the science. Go ahead, Mom NATO.
Yeah, there's got to be a lot of science with angels and demons.
Well, yeah, but there's also the fact that, if we were in hell right now, the church would want us to know that we have been so horrible and so foul that we are born in hell.
Well, I was in hell for 4 years, but high school.
Right. But they wouldn't preach redemption. They would say, we have been so bad, we have been doomed to hell, we're in hell, we will never get out of hell because man is so horrible.
Right.
So weird thought. Like, okay, you get angels with like wings and crap, and when they flap those wings, wouldn't they have to pump their arms like we do when we're running, to counterbalance it? I think it would look really silly to watch someone with wings fly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've heard there's a highway to hell. I want to know if he's going to show the off ramp at any point.
Oh dear.
That raises an interesting question, because if Earth is hell, then it's a pretty nice place to live.
Well,
and heaven is actually Duluth.
And if super intelligent ducks ruled the earth, we'd all go across the street in cross waddles.
Yeah. Well, that's something to quack up about.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry about the bad humor. I'm just winging it.
Well,
my goodness.
We watch a video like this, and that's what it inspires us to.
Yeah.
You all are just a bunch of quackers.
Anyway, I think we should move on.
So hair-like?
What do you guys think? Should we move on?
Sure. At least he's not.
How long
hold
is
on.
this little puppy anyway?
I just want to say, at least he's not doing the David Bowie thing anymore.
Okay, this is my first encounter with the guy, so I have no idea.
Is he likely to be like this for the whole video, just saying this sort of stuff?
Probably. I'm sure he'll get to the science eventually, but
yeah, the morgue was actually
be a reference bibliography.
Yeah, the morgue was my first experience with the morgue was when he was on Martimer 81's channel,
Mhm.
and when he was being reacted to by Martimer 81, and he was trying to pull off the David Bowie thing, and it did not work. It did not work.
My first experience with the morgue was when I fell into a coma and they thought I was dead.
Oh dear. Anyway, let us continue on.
Utterly fooled by what would eventually become mainstream Christianity. They thought it was a trap spread by the rulers to keep you on
It's a
earth,
trap!
which is hell. But there is a way to escape hell, to escape earth, and that's exactly what we're going to find out at the end of this video. See, since the Gnostics believe that the angels are actually cosmic prison guards known as rulers or archons, what do you think that makes God? That's right, they believed that God was the chief ruler. In other words, Satan himself. And this next point is critical. Now, you're probably aware that in Christianity, there is only one God, but I bet that you didn't know that there are many verses in the Bible that say that there are other gods, and that the God of the Bible is extremely jealous of them. Just look at a few of these verses.
Drink.
Chris?
Actually, if I recall right, the Ten Commandments say, "Thou shalt not have any other gods before me, for I am a jealous God." So, recognizing that there are other beings that call themselves gods, it's just that they are not above God.
Yeah. But I think, but yeah, you're right.
Well, I've often wondered, like, where the dividing line is between magical beings and gods. I mean, we treat, like we talk about Thor and Ra and all of those as gods, but apparently there's a bunch of Christians out there who think they don't qualify because they're not perfect like their God. It's like, where is the dividing line? Like, what makes a god versus, say, like, oh, I don't know, some other magical creature?
I don't have an answer for that, but I understand what you're saying.
I've been trying to define that for ages and I just can't.
Yeah, my issue with Christianity in general is just what makes God the God. Like, why can't Ra be the God? And like, I don't know, that part always kind of confused me and didn't seem to sit right, but that's my opinion.
Oh, Ra, sis, boom, ba. Anyway.
Oh dear. Anyway, Tornado, you had your hand up?
Yeah, because regarding his whole other gods thing, I mean, yeah, he's actually got a point. It actually says that in the Bible, and wow, this might actually be the first time that I actually agree with the Morg on something. What a weird feeling.
Right, well, I think we should continue on and see what else that we've got here.
Science. We have science.
Yeah, clearly.
From the Bible. You shall not worship any other god, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. You shall not worship them or serve them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God. For the Lord your God is a consuming fire, a jealous God. I am the Lord, and there is no other. Apart from me, there is no God. They made him jealous with strange gods. With abominations, they provoked him to anger. Notice that God claims he's the only God, but he repeatedly references other gods and is extremely jealous. So jealous that he's described as a consuming fire. Now let me ask you a question. Does extreme jealousy even seem like a trait that a supposed perfect God would have? Now here's the real reason. It's because according to the Gnostics, you are actually God. You're the true God. So what about the God of the Bible?
Yes, Tornado?
Okay, I shall now turn my sparkling ice caffeine soda water thing into Mountain Dew.
Right.
Fuck, this isn't Mountain Dew. You're wrong, Morg.
Oh,
Gee,
dear.
if I am God, then I should have all these fantastic powers and should be able to do things like, oh, gee, make it so I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
You took the words right out of my
happening.
mouth.
Yeah.
So, gee, I am most definitely not a god.
Maybe you're just like a sort of weenie god that can't do a lot. I mean, I can turn wine into water, but not the other way around.
Right.
Okay, well, then, why can't I just like have the ability to make my body perfect?
Yeah.
That's not a lot.
Well, you know how like a lot of gods seem to, in other pantheons and stuff have a certain specific focus. Like I'm probably the goddess of horrible puns. I mean, it doesn't come with a lot of benefits, but there you go.
Yeah.
So am I like the goddess of raising
Being
tornado?
poor.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. Maybe though, let's see what RJ's got. Maybe he's got something to add.
Okay.
Well, it just is. I am getting the impression from our hair salon model here that this is telling us clearly why this was so loony that the early church thought it was too loony to put in the regular canon. They're going, whoa, okay, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
This is actually a strange feeling that I never thought I'd say this, but the Morg is actually right on this one.
Okay, but I'm not sure if I necessarily want to take this kind of information from a man with no eyebrows.
Yeah.
Oh,
and no hair. I'm sorry, that is clearly fake hair.
it used to be worse. This guy used to have the David Bowie thing, and it was an insult to
Okay,
David
now
Bowie.
here's part of the problem is like David Bowie changed his thing so many times. I don't know which David Bowie thing you mean.
Yeah.
The makeup all over the face.
Oh, that. Okay. I mean, you have to understand my first encounter with David Bowie was the movie Labyrinth, so
Yeah.
I will always
Yes,
picture him
yes,
with
that-
Tina Turner
that's the
hair.
mellowed down
Yeah,
Bowie.
really.
Hey, Bowie was
just
great.
Forever, that will be my mental image of David Bowie. It's
Yeah.
just nothing I can do about it.
Oh, there are some fantastic images of David Bowie out there.
Yeah. He was definitely an interesting person. But let's see what else we've got. I mean, maybe we'll get to his a valid point, maybe.
I don't
What,
think
like
so.
everything that everything that he's been saying right now is not valid?
He's actually Satan, who along with his demons imprisoned you in a body, wiped your memory, and trapped you in hell. The reality of the rulers says, because of his power and his ignorance and his arrogance, he said with his power, "It is I who am God, there is none apart from me." When he said this, he sinned against the entirety. His thoughts became blind, and having expelled his power, that is, the blasphemy he had spoken, he pursued it down to chaos and the abyss. God sinned by saying that he was the only God. They called him the blind God because he said he was the only God. But who were the others?
Called the wind
All
Mariah.
of us. According to the Gnostics, we all existed together as one in a realm of divine light. Now, we were divine beings, but then the God of the Bible claimed that he was the only God, and having said that, fell into the abyss.
The divine
Gnostics
beings did
describe this
hairspray,
God as
and
a
it was
great
good.
serpent with the head of a lion. God, well, really the devil, in his anger and jealousy, generated as his children an army of demons, the rulers, and created the material
Goodness.
world in the abyss. These demons
Drink.
are mistaken as
Yes, Tornado.
So if this is hell, then it's actually a really nice place to live. Because this is hell, and yet I have broadband internet. I have Monster Girl stuff on my computer. I have all sorts of fandoms which I can enjoy. So if this is hell, it's actually really nice. I'd like to stay.
Yeah, on the other hand, I had an aneurysm that caused a hemorrhagic stroke that nearly killed me and left me with
Yeah.
seizures for many years. So, it's not the
Take bad
greatest
with
place in the world.
good.
It's not the greatest place in the world, but
Wait a minute, that's actually kind of weird to say. The world isn't the greatest place in the world. Oops.
No. Oh dear.
Well, it's not what I intended, but still.
All right. Well, let's see what else he's got. We've still got like 6 more minutes, so I'm sure he's going to get to the science part of it.
Yeah, and right now, though, I want some angel food cake.
Oh,
That does
That sounds
sound
really
good.
good.
With
I
some
want
Cool
some
Whip.
Does sound good.
Flipping strawberries. Okay. Anyway.
angels
Strawberry
and
shortcake.
what would eventually become the Bible. He then took pieces of the divine light and imprisoned them in bodies, wiping their memory and placing them in hell, where he demanded to be worshipped and
Remember, those
used
were only
humans
40
as
watts.
slaves.
I feel like I've
See,
seen this
we
movie.
are the true divinity. We are the true God that has been trapped in hell by a
Is he thinking
satanic
he's
God
L. Ron
and
Hubbard or
his
something?
demons.
A little
You
bit of
can't even
Keanu
escape
Reeves
this
stuff
hell
thrown in.
in death, because the Gnostics believed in reincarnation, which means you would just go from body to body for all eternity. But there is a way that you can escape. But first you have to know a little something about Noah. Remember Noah, the guy who built the ark and put 2 of every animal on it? Well, according to the
Oh boy.
according to the science, the amount of water needed to generate a flood capable of flooding the Earth past Mount Everest would release enough heat energy to outmatch the total output energy of the sun.
Okay, so we got toasted demons. Get on with it.
It's funny, because I was never raised religious. And so my first encounter with I heard about Noah's Ark and all of that. So when I started watching Indiana Jones and they started talking about the Ark of the Covenant, I had no idea what the hell they meant.
That was
I thought there was
different arc.
Yeah, I had no idea. It's like this. It's funny how many things a lot of people know about because they were raised religious, where I wasn't, and just no idea.
Right.
It's kind of
To
crazy.
the Ark of the Cummerbund, which is something else
Right.
completely.
Yeah. Well, let's continue on here.
Yeah. We need more of this taxonomy as to how to tell a demon from an angel from a tax collector.
Well, we know the
Exactly.
difference. Some of them have seagull wings and some of them have bat wings. That's just how you always tell an angel from a demon. Duh.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Anyway.
Where does Robin fit in?
Moving on.
Ask Batman.
Here we go.
Now, as far as escaping this quote hell place, we have a way to do that. It's called rockets. I'd love to get a ride on the International Space Station.
All right. Well, let's continue on.
Join the 400-mile high
The
club.
Gnostics, he was as evil as it gets, a servant of Now, don't you find the story of Noah's Ark strange? Have you ever really thought
Yes.
about it? God wiped out
Yeah.
every human being
We got
on
agreement.
Earth, including innocent children, except for Noah and his family. Now, does that sound like a loving God to you, or does it sound like an evil, satanic being? So why did
Drink.
God almost drown?
Yes. Tornado?
Morgile, that's actually the same kind of questions I asked myself, eventually figuring out for myself that God is a malevolent, evil tyrant who only offers salvation if you decide to lick his boot.
Yeah, I mean, Old Testament God, from what I remember at least, was not a very loving person. It was New
No.
Testament God that was the loving
He
God.
did
No,
have
no,
self-esteem
That's
issues.
different
Yeah.
He
between the
needs
Old
to have
and
a
the
lot
New
of
Testament.
worshipers and
Yes.
all that.
Yeah.
Drink on side striking, because even the New Testament God has the ability to just make it so no one else ever goes to hell again, and he is unwilling to do that, which makes him a malevolent tyrant regardless.
I still want to know why a perfect God needed a New Testament in the first place. Wouldn't he get it right the first time?
Well, that's
Because
the
it
New
was
Testament
written
was
by
the fan fiction part that came
man.
along after the old stuff.
Yeah.
We're talking Torah
Oh my
here.
God.
It's not the Old
Rephrase that,
Testament,
Mom.
unless you're one of the revisionists. And then, of course, you got your Mormons waiting in the wing, going, "Hey, we got the polygamy part. We got the polygamy part."
Well, and then, isn't Islam basically Bible Part 3, the Revenge?
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
like that. It's like
Kind of,
if
yeah.
you smoked hashish and decided to give what you vaguely remembered of the lore.
Right.
But the thing is that the
Chris's
Birds.
brain is fried.
I don't know, my brain just blue screen. Sorry.
Yeah. That's
Well,
okay.
After that video,
I was
no
ha-
one
I
could
was having
blame
to
you.
deal with a couple things with my drivers here that just.
No
I'm
worries.
Still trying to sort out. So
Yeah,
sorry.
guys.
Well,
No worries.
if there was religious science fiction, you know what kind of weapons the spaceships would have? Zion cannons.
Oh, that's
Jews
terrible.
in space.
Cernian, I must amend your statement, and I must also amend my mom's statement as well. The Bible was written by Bronze Age desert-dwelling goat fisters.
Yeah, something like
Okay,
that.
And apparently cobra punchers as well.
Yeah. That too. Oh dear. All right, well, let us continue on and see what else we get.
On every human being on Earth. According to the Bible, it's because humanity was sinning and rebelling against him. According to the Gnostics, what actually happened was that humanity was beginning to improve themselves and they were starting to wake up. They were beginning to realize the truth about themselves and that God was evil. And that was the real reason that they refused to worship him and
Wait a minute,
the
drink.
rulers.
See, here's the thing though. If he said earlier that reincarnation is real and we keep just getting born into new bodies, but when we start to wake up, God kills us all, so we reincarnate into new bodies and probably start figuring it out all over again. So somehow, wouldn't this God figure that out before just killing everybody?
Seems rather cyclical.
Yeah, just a smidge. And, given that, well, only Noah and his family survived, well, we're all pretty damned inbred, aren't we?
Yeah, that too.
We were all pretty damn inbred from Adam and Eve. It just couldn't happen.
And didn't Adam and Eve only have like 3 sons? I mean,
And all of them
They only
carried
had
the
two.
genetic information of their mother and father, meaning none of them were effective individuals. So, yeah, basically in the Bible, everyone is dead right from the very get-go. So you kind of screwed the pooch up there, buddy.
RJ, you had your hand up as well.
Yeah, I just trying to put a little historical exercise in here. Generally speaking, the Gnostic stuff is occurring well after the early stages of Christianity. So it's kind of like the weird fan fiction of the odd neighbors who live kind of in the cave next door and don't mow their lawn, and everyone kind of goes, yeah, they're kind of like that. That's part
Hey, I
of the thing that was
resemble
going
that
on.
remark.
This was the weird sidebar stuff that was kind of coming up during the period as Christianity was developed, but before it became like the official religion. Although I think some of the Gnostic stuff does actually go into like 3rd and 4th century, by which time it's now official stuff. So it's weird fan fiction stuff. That's the most you could say about it.
Yeah, by the way, most of the Bible isn't even, or a decent chunk of the Bible, I should say, isn't even original. It's all cribbed from older mythology. Like, wasn't the Noah's flood like the Epic of Gilgamesh?
Pretty much, yeah. Well, a lot of it was cribbed when the Babylonian captivity occurred. So that's where they heard about the Enuma Elish. That's why the day 4 sun and the moon and the stars are made when they are. That was in the mythology of the Babylonians. And then, of course, that big flood tale. And they all kind of Bibleized it up and put in Yahweh instead of Marduk and all the rest. And tinkered it up. And of course, remember the tales, these things were being done up, but they weren't actually necessarily written down yet. We only get the written down versions quite a bit later.
Well, okay, someone clear something up for me, and I realize this is a tangent, but what the hell? Let's delay a little. What
Like angles, after all.
along, when I was a kid, I heard people talking about Jehovah. Now everyone says Yahweh. What the hell's the difference?
Well, the thing is that the name, God doesn't have a name in the Bible. And it's the Tetragrammaton, I am that I am, which is the letters YHJH. And so that would get referred to sometimes as Yahweh, sometimes as Jehovah, depends on which language is doing the translating. But technically speaking, God is all a little secret handshake thing. You're not supposed to know its name. He's like Rumpelstiltskin. If you find that out, shit's going to happen.
But we do know God's name. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I always thought that's what it was when I was a kid.
And then, of course, there's Gladly the Cross-Eyed Bear, which I always really like to see.
Yes.
I thought it was hallowed. So his name is hallowed now?
And carry a laser down the road that I must travel. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tornado, you still had your hand up?
Yeah. Again, the Bible's original stuff isn't original like at all. The 7-day creation was actually a reworking of the 7 tablets that described the creation of the world from Sumerian mythology and on and on and on. Hell, even the tradition of Christmas was originally Saturnalia from the Norse gods, I think. Or we just
any good religion could find ways to borrow stuff from other cultures. Otherwise, it doesn't, the marketing doesn't work so well.
Basically,
make up all of everything.
Religious Mad Libs.
The best way I could describe it is that people should really talk about Christianity and the way they crib things, the way that we talk about English and the way it is kind of weird. So when people are defending the purity of Christianity, the problem is that the whole Bible and stuff is about as pure as a crib house whore. So it pursues other religions down alleyways, beats them unconscious, and rifles their pockets for new practices.
So why is it English and not like Inglese or Englandian?
A good question.
Oh,
I don't care.
Okay. It's the kind of thing I think about sometimes when I just have way too much time on my hands.
Spanish, Turkish.
Well, remember it was the angles, and which brings us back to the angels and how obtuse they are. And so see, it all connects up.
There you
Like a
go.
circle of dumb.
There you go.
Mhm.
That makes sense. Well, I think we've delayed quite a bit.
Rouge angles of
Oh,
Saturn.
so we're gonna have to start watching this guy again.
Indeed,
Okay.
yeah. I think we'll have to
Boy.
move on. Let's see what else we
All
get.
right.
Hey guys, Rouge angles of Saturn.
Yeah.
The purpose of the rulers are to keep humanity trapped and enslaved on Earth. Some of the demonic rulers, they came up with a plan. You see, Noah and his family, they were still loyal to them. So they would destroy all of humanity, but God would allow Noah and his children to survive so that they would repopulate the earth with those that would be their
Inbred!
slaves. The reality of the rulers says, then mankind began to multiply and improve. The rulers took counsel with
divide
one
and
another
do
and said,
integral
come,
calculus."
let us cause a deluge with our hands and obliterate all flesh
A deluge.
from man to beast. But when the ruler of the
That's a
forces
fancy
came
one.
to
That's-
know
that's
of their
what you get
decision,
from
he
Bed
said to
Bath
Noah,
and
make
Beyond.
yourself
That's
an
not
ark
your regular
from some
deluge."
wood that does not rot and hide in it. But now, here's where things get really interesting because a new character comes on the scene and
Mork
she's
and Mindy.
absolutely awesome, a real badass. You see, remember that Noah is traditionally associated with water because of the flood and is an evil servant of the creator god. Well,
Aquaman.
now
Drink.
comes
Yeah.
no.
Yes, Tornado.
Well, I have to say, there's also the other thing. Nova is also associated with weather and monitoring the oceans because it's the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration.
Yeah, and the God that know all knew that, and therefore we can clearly connect that up. Yes,
Yes.
yes, indeed, which is about as idiotic as anything else this guy has said. So why
Also,
not do
someone
that?
put a black censor bar over that woman immediately.
Hey, now we want.
It's just a
this is
silhouette and you
this
can't
is-
see any
this
nips.
is looking like the opening
Yeah.
sequence of a James Bond credits.
No, Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop.
Don't follow.
Cowboy Bebop.
Anyway.
And remember, Noria backwards is Aaron.
Well, let's see what Noria is all about here.
ExxonMobil.
Rhea, and she is the opposite of Noah. She knows that she's from the true realm of light, and her name is associated with fire, since Nura means fire
And she's
in
on
Syria.
fire there, man.
So Norea approaches Noah, and she wants to be let into the ark. When he refuses, she blows on the ark and consumes it in fire. Absolute badass.
Wow,
now,
that's a
this
part that
pissed
didn't
off the
get in the
rulers,
standard
and so
story.
they meet with Nerea to try and lead her astray. God, or the devil himself, approaches Nerea and tries to intimidate her by reference.
Yes, Chris.
This sounds like a real bad fan fiction.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't remember
Gee,
that
what was
part in the
first
Bible.
clue?
Oh, this isn't those writings that they don't want you to read. You see.
Is that what it is that they don't want you to know about?
Right.
The
Now,
other
you know,
ominous-
if Nerea and Noah, like she's fire, he's water, wouldn't this be like steam? Wouldn't
Yeah,
there be some sort of steam thing going on here?
it would be steamy. That would be a different kind of fan fiction.
Wow.
Oh
it gets
dear.
steamy for a while, then everything would be covered in unquenchable fire because, oh gee, the oceans are now burning.
Well, wouldn't there be, you know, like this whole steamy part be in all of the begats part of the Bible? I mean, because, you know, people.
I'm not sure the Gnostics were all that hot on the begatting thing. They were sort of down on that. Part of the reason why there are so few Gnostics.
Right.
So fire and water start knocking boots, and that's how we get all the begats, which is basically all mostly hot air.
Sure.
Something like that.
Ah,
But anyway, we now know that Noria had a fire episode that's not mentioned anywhere else, where apparently the arc gets crisped and that the visuals are all like a James Bond movie credit. So we got that. It's making it all much clearer now.
yeah, absolutely.
And
So
by
believable.
that we mean not clear at all.
All right. Well, let us continue on.
Well,
Go ahead.
actually, I do have a real quick question. Like, he keeps talking about how we're enslaved on Earth, but I don't hear what we're enslaved for. You know, I mean, maybe if he just
That
means
would
we're in
require
prison,
clarity of
but it's
thought.
not like we're doing labor or anything. I mean, do we have a mission we don't know about?
It's
Well,
the Matrix.
why did the people that L. Ron Hubbard, or the aliens that L. Ron Hubbard was saying, why were they enslaved on Earth?
They always say things like this, but they never
Yeah.
really, they just expect us to accept it without any extra explanation.
Right.
Also, Morg, this sounds a lot like body stations.
Well, let's see what else we get here. Let's. It's like the prize at the bottom of a Cracker Jack box. It's always disappointing.
Referencing
You know,
the
they
fact
don't even
that
have
he
real
raised
prizes
Body
anymore.
thing.
I know.
She calls him the ruler of darkness and the cursed, and tells him that she's not his child, but
wait,
she
wait,
comes
wait.
from the realm of light.
Yes.
Never mind. It wasn't even really a drink call. It's just that she is associated with fire, and yet somehow she's an agent of dark. I mean,
No, she
fire
called God an
provides
agent.
light. I'm just saying.
No, she called God the leader
Oh.
of darkness.
Ah.
What it
According to
involves
Morgie.
is that the great wind came upon the deep and blew out God's pilot light, and there was darkness on the land until the space opened up and the lightness came in again, and everybody toasted s'mores, and the world was as it was before it was the way it was.
Oh, that sounds legit.
Maybe they're just into like all that fluorescent glowy stuff with black lights.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You might be right.
Yeah, that's the glitter version of Gnosticism.
All right. Well, let's continue on.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to get to some really pithy stuff here.
Yeah.
Imagine this
I
does
doubt
not go over very well, and God, or Satan, turns to Nerea, gathers his immense power, turns into darkness, and tells Nerea that she's about to suffer the same fate as Eve by him and the rest of the rulers. But she doesn't back down. With her power, she calls out to the light, and when she does, God and the rulers scatter and flee. So the big question now is, could this be true? Could it be true that the earth is hell, that God is the devil, that the angels are demons, and that you are trapped here now? And if that's true, how can you escape? Well, I'll tell you exactly how, but you might be thinking, all right, well, this is just one random book.
Escape to
But
where?
there are
Yes, Tornado.
I'll tell you how to.
Oh, face!
Oh, that is
oh,
not a
face.
good place to pause. That is a bad.
That is
segue.
unfortunate.
Oh, dear.
I'll tell you how you escape. You pay a couple $100 million, you hitch a ride on a SpaceX Dragon capsule,
Yeah.
and then you get up to the International Space Station. It couldn't be more simple.
No, but really, like he says, you know, escape to where? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess heaven or whatever, except in this case, hell, because everything's backward.
Escape to which mountain?
But escape from New York. Anyway, no, really though. I mean, he just says these things, but I mean, the goal does not sound all that great, honestly, at the moment.
Right.
Bear in mind that Gnosticism was like drug-addled nothingness, and so there's only so far he's going to be able to go with this little narrative.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
trust
curious.
Trust me, you can go a lot with a little.
Well, let's see what else he's got. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a.
RJ, it's not the amount of stuff in the belief that matters, it's how you use it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here.
actually many books that say the same thing, all of them banned by the church. Here are just some of them. So
It's
what's
not a very
going on
long
here?
list.
The truth is that this story, told by the Gnostic Christians, it's a metaphor. Norea represents someone that didn't fall for the lies of this world and has discovered that she is divine. The Gnostics, through their story, were issuing a grave warning. Because remember, during this time, there was a battle going on for what would be Christian orthodoxy. What Christianity actually was hadn't been established yet. The Gnostics were warning the world that if you went with what would eventually become traditional Christianity, you would be trapped in a world of darkness, serving a false being, and you would never discover your true inner light, your true divinity. So how do you escape? According to Gnostics, it's by not falling for the lies of this world that are everywhere, and instead by looking within,
Wait, what
within
lies?
yourself to realize.
Yes, Tornado.
So, the same kind of cheap crap you could get from a self-help guru.
Yeah.
Honestly, it
Yeah,
sounds
I
a little bit
figured.
like the plot of The Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. Hey, by the way, I'm not a fucking millionaire, even though I just wish to be one. So, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Also, falling for the lies of this world? Hey, this world gives me satellite connectivity. I'm pretty happy with it.
Well, let's see. He's only got about another 30 seconds or so here. Let's see if we can wrap
Oh,
him
good.
up.
Let's
He
run
can-
down
he can
the
whip it
clock.
up.
That's a very short amount of time for all the science he's going to
Yeah.
say.
It is, but I'm sure he's going to cram it all in.
is that you're divine and you don't need to worship some god in the sky that demands worship and tells you that you're sinful and flawed. That's bullshit. You are part of the fabric of existence and the essence of reality. Ultimately, like all religions, these are metaphors, but they are powerful. To unlock your true potential, your true light, you must look within and actualize your potential. And this is exactly
Ooh,
what the
that
Gnostics
says
were
a
saying
lot. Isn't
through
that
their
meaningful?
Yes, Tornado.
So basically, recognize that you're not flawed, you're not broken, and you don't need to beg forgiveness for being yourself from some invisible tyrant in the sky.
Something like that.
Thank you for telling us what we already know.
I looked within and all I saw was guts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some bone.
Tissue and things like that.
Tissue.
Tissue.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's.
well, hey, there you go. It's tissue, and he's talking about us being part of the fabric of the universe. It all
Ah.
makes sense now.
Of course.
And the Gnostics were banned because they were only talking about polyester.
Oh dear.
Didn't breathe very well.
I suppose the universe is held together with Velcro.
Yes.
Yeah, there
Cotton
you go.
Eye
One of
told
the
you.
ancient gods of the Norse who came down upon the world and created the kilt.
Cotton, I told you.
Oh
Cotton
dear.
breathes.
Anyway, let's finish him up here.
story. So what do you think? Tell me in the comments, and if you agree
No.
that Norea is an absolute badass, let's see some flames in the comments. Now, if you like that video, check out my video called Jesus Christ is Lucifer. A big shout out
No,
to all my
thank you.
supporters.
Wow. My gosh, that was amazingly uninformative.
Oh man.
I
mean-
mean, I did agree with him on some points, which is more than I could say about any
True.
other
Stop
video that
clock.
you watched.
Stop clock is right twice.
Yeah, Morg, you are a perfect example of the stopped clock.
Mhm. Oh dear. Well, that was something. I'm not really sure what that something is, but it was definitely
It still
something.
has not explained where the damn Sasquatches are being held by
Yeah.
the lunar insects.
That's
Hey, do we have
true.
This
time
is
for
not
another
practical
video?
information we're getting here.
Exactly.
Do we have time for another video or no?
Yeah, I think we'll grab one more here. Let me
Yay!
get our wheel pulled. Bear with me a sec. Right, had to take that one off so we didn't have to deal with it again, because I would have made you watch it again.
Oh, darn.
All right. See. Alrighty, Tornado, go right
Wheel
ahead.
of misfortune, turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it. Do 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 do.
Hmm.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh no.
On a line, which is it, medium or
Uh,
gravity?
That's
Gravity.
definitely.
Extra medium. No, it's clearly gravity.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds pretty heavy.
All right.
Gravity,
Well,
you fucking retard. Gravity.
I imagine this video will have quite a lot of gravitas.
Absolutely.
no,
Although
this
there
one.
may be a certain amount of levity in our comments upon it.
So this one, it is going to be quite a bit of levity. It's from Flat Out, who is not an actual flat earther. He does do satire. So we can at least get some entertainment at his
yeah,
This-
we'll have
expense.
a droll bon mot.
Sure. All right, let's close out the wheel. Nope, wrong thing. There we go. Close out the wheel. Bring up our video.
Gravity is such a downer.
Oh,
Absolutely.
all right.
What?
On the okay.
Sometimes it's better not to ask.
I give a warning here. It gets a little uncomfortable at first, but if you go with it, everything is just hilarious. It's
All right, well, let's take a look.
Well, this is Flat Out here, and I hope you're all keeping it flat. Guys, I'm getting ready to do probably the greatest experiment of my life. As we all know, gravity is just a theory. It's just a theory. It's just a theory. And I'm going to show that to you today. But before I get to this awesome experiment, I need you guys, I got awesome subscribers, and two of my awesome subscribers wrote me some poems, and so you click on my channel, circle thingamanator, and then you go over at the top, up to the community, go down, you'll see the two poems there. They're absolutely fantastic. Check them out. Hi, neighbor. So,
Yeah, I can definitely tell you he's a
as we
poet.
know,
Yeah,
it's
he's not really a
electro
Poe.
with
It's
no
more
static,
satire. It's not. He doesn't.
isms that are probably holding us together.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and reduce my buoyancy today. So I got my 12-foot long shoes. I've lined the bottom of them with aluminum
They're called
foil
skis,
and wired
fella.
the aluminum foil, and I think I'm just gonna hook those wires up to my handy dandy doodle noodle. It's incredibly
God.
convenient.
His
I
wide
Yeah, I think I wanna
string-
do
I want to
this.
see his doodle noodle.
things I didn't do.
Yes, tornado.
Yeah.
yes,
Ugh. He said his
that was his previous experiment.
We're getting science.
That guy's
doodle
got
noodle.
balls.
I don't
Yeah.
want to know what his doodle noodle is. That just sounds painful.
It's possibly painful, but let's see here.
You take care of your own doodle, and we'll take care of the noodle part.
Yeah. All right. Here
Actually,
we.
as an artist, I'll do the doodle part. You guys can, and as a lesbian, I want nothing to do with the noodles. So,
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
There you go. We'll split it that way. That works.
Oh, he has something in there for you too. So
thought you
Last
said
time I
this was
used
gonna be
Downy dryer
uncomfortable.
sheets to rub myself down to reduce the staticality. But I'm using bounce this time, and I think that's going to give me a good advantage.
Oh my god.
Also, there was just so much clothes rubbing from the turtle shan't, I think, and that was generating static electricity, and I had no way to disperse it. So that's kind of, these big long shoes will ground me to the earth to disperse the statication. These I call the static dispersinators.
Definitely a
Two of
parody.
them will be wired to my my nipples. I'm gonna have to use duct tape, but it'll be okay. And then the other two, I think I'm just gonna wire them, stick the wires right in my bum bum. So anyway,
Okay.
Oh dear.
it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
he's the one who's been drinking.
Yeah.
Drink.
So
Yes, tornado.
So, with that, with all of that in mind, I think I'm gonna go. I don't want to see what he has. I don't
come on,
want to.
tornado.
Go and
Stick
play
around
with your
I don't know.
Cobra.
If I hear a flush,
It's
I'm
worth it.
leaving.
It's on YouTube, so it can't be that bad.
I don't want to know what he does with his nipples and his bum bum, but let's just say if doing self-administered S&M is his prerogative, he can go right ahead and do that.
Yeah.
You all can just leave me out of it.
Well, let's see what else he's got here.
it's times like these where I reflect on life. I mean, the likelihood of me flying right now and disproving gravity is highly likely. And, man, I just feel so much better. I feel special with the tinfoil hat. Anyway, I know I'm an idiot. But it's times like these where I think I'm one of those really, really, really highly intelligent kind of idiots.
Oh dear.
That can just change things. So anyway, I'm gonna get geared up here.
Oh boy.
Let's do this thing. Okay, guys, I'm all geared up. So these electrostatic dispersonators are wired up down here. I've eliminated the clothes. So anyway, I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna go off the ramp. That'll give me some uppity. I'm wearing this shirt obviously to kind of hopefully catch some wind and give me some uppity too. So
This is gonna hurt.
and I've rubbed myself down with the dryer sheets, and I'm gonna be using I'm gonna be holding the electrostatically charged ballistatic balls, charging with the balloon.
No Klingons.
They hold me down so I can get my speed up and then let them go.
Whoa.
Now that I'm dressed up, I'm
Being
pretty
all
confident that
snowy
this
out
is gonna
there.
work.
I don't want to know what
So-
shape his nipples are in.
Here we go.
Oh my god. Ah.
Is that a sensor bar?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh my god. Oh dear.
Okay, my confidence is still high. I'm gonna decharge myself, and I'm gonna have to
You mean
recharge
you're
the
gonna
balls.
shove wires up your ass?
So we're gonna do
Goodness.
this.
This is on YouTube. I cannot believe this is on
Up a
YouTube.
ramp.
Oh yeah. Oh, he dropped his balls.
Probably not for the first time.
Probably not.
That was discouraging.
Oh my god.
Wait till his
tinfoil's
neighbors start
coming off.
driving by.
Yeah.
So one of the
Hey,
wires came off my nipple. It's probably the problem. I'm gonna try this again.
Hey, maybe I should attach a car battery to those wires.
Yeah.
And the neighbor's driving by. Uh-oh, it's him again.
I
Right.
can hear him through his
Okay,
door.
I'm
Right.
recharged,
No.
decharged. I got my nippies taped a little bit better.
Stop.
Oh
Stop.
my god.
It's like I'm not even here. It's weird.
That's because nobody wants to go near you, dude. Oh my god, he's running around in the nude.
Well, there's no guarantee of that. He's just putting sensors up.
Yeah, I think he's probably got at least undergarments on, but
I doubt it.
If I can't keep my poles in, this ain't gonna work. Okay, this is my third attempt. It's gonna be a good one this time. Charged and discharged. Let's roll.
oh my god.
Oh dear.
Well,
Could have told you
clearly
that
what's
was gonna
holding me back is my athleticality.
Oh, that's what's holding him back.
That's good.
I don't know. I don't think he has a leg to
Just the
stand on.
athleticality. I gotta improve on. So anyway, I love you guys. Keep it flat.
Oh dear.
That was so screwy.
That was awesome.
But you realize,
Well
though,
worth the
that
laugh.
has about 20 times as much science content as
Yeah.
the average flat Earth video.
That's true. You're not wrong, RJ.
That is what I mean by self-administered S&M. That's his
Plus, it had
prerogative,
duct tape.
Well,
not mine.
Yeah.
My favorite one of his that I still can't find, I think he took it down, was when he was trying to take Whoopi 6020's challenge for plotting out search and rescue. And he's like, okay, he's gonna drop a guy here in a boat. He's gonna drop a guy here in a boat, and then he's gonna go pick up the two blondes that are lost at sea, and then he's gonna fly back. And he says, people ask me why you left two guys stranded out at sea. He goes, yeah, but I got two blondes. So.
Oh dear.
I love his videos. I really do.
Yeah, but I got two blondes. He said.
Oh
Well,
boy.
I mean, he's not wrong.
All right. Well, shall we spin again since that was a shorter one?
Sure. Wheel of Misfortune. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it. Do 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 do
That wheel does not want to stop.
Medium.
Medium.
I'll have it extra medium.
I'll have a medium
No, I
large.
think I'll
You
have
can
it. I
hit
think
a
I'll have
happy
it
medium,
well
but they won't be
done.
happy anymore.
I don't know. I love trying to order something extra medium at a restaurant and watch the wait staff or whatever just look at me like
Yeah.
Yeah.
A crystal ball.
Wait, Mark Beiser, did he actually equatorial mount himself?
I remember that one. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah. What did he do?
He made himself into an equatorial mount, essentially. Oh, guess what, guys? This video is recorded in portrait mode.
Oh, Christ.
So we know there's gonna be
video is an abomination.
there's gonna be some actual science in this one. I can just feel it.
The
So let's
sound I can hear is
yeah.
cycling brain cells dying.
So this one is called Medical Medium Healer in a Mystical Way.
Oh, Christ.
No, we already had that in the previous video, Tornado. All right. Well, shall we? Here, I'll bring it up so everybody can see it, because I know you would be so upset if you couldn't see it.
Densely packed. Densely packed.
But let's.
At least she's not wearing crystals, as near as I can tell.
Yeah. No, she's got like stones though on her necklace, so I don't know.
At least she's not deciding, hey, shove this crystal up your hoo-ha.
She might. We haven't gotten there yet, Tornado.
Yes, make
Or
no
freeze the
assumptions, kid.
All right. Well,
Freeze the
let's.
sperm and ice
There
cubes for
are places
nice,
you definitely don't want minerals getting up.
Yeah.
Ah!
Let us start this video and see how we do.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Tina. I'm a medical
Quiet.
healer. And
She's a medical what now?
foresight came into formation. for
Medium
me.
healer, medical medium healer.
Anyway, I noticed the cards came up today was miracle.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Yes, Tornado.
Yeah? And you want to know what card I'm holding up? It says, you are an idiot.
Yeah.
What the heck is that from? It sounds like Cards Against Humanity.
Yes, it is.
Hey, we haven't
But it
played that
doesn't
in a while.
exist.
I know.
It doesn't exist because...
Do you know what card I have? The Ace of Spades. Actually,
Oh.
I have the whole fucking deck.
I think she's a bit of a deckhead.
Yeah, I think
No,
she's
no.
missing half her deck.
No. You know what I think she's missing? She's missing everything but the Joker, which
Yeah.
is what she is.
Pretty
Is
much.
she like living in some sort of geodesic dome or something? What is that weird lattice work?
It looks almost like one of those chairs. Have you seen those kind of chairs? They're like wicker.
Yeah, it's a
I
wicker bamboo.
Yes, but it
whatever.
seems
See the
tall for
green
that. but
chair.
all right.
thing on the bottom.
It's
Oh,
possible.
oh.
It could also be one of those hanging ones. They make hanging ones that look like a little cocoon kind of thing.
Oh. I
Yeah.
actually knew, like my parents had some friends back in the 70s who lived in a geodesic dome.
Chris Durham says, diminutive psychic on run from... Chris Durham Music Channel says, diminutive psychic on the run from the law. Translation, small,
Yeah.
medium, and large.
Yes.
That joke is so old it's being denied Social Security.
Indeed. Oh, dear. All right. Well, let's continue on.
Hey, I have Exodia. I win. What?
Here we go.
and may we have the knowledge that guides us. And so something came into fruition for me today. And so I know what it's like to deal with this telepathic telekinesis matrix where this communication.
Yes, Tornado?
So she's telepathic and she's also telekinetic. So, does this mean I can catch her in a Pokeball since she's a psychic type?
Well, she said that she's experienced it, not that she's been doing the casting.
Okay, true.
And anyway, she didn't even finish her sentence, so let's hear what she was saying.
Yeah, we haven't gotten that far yet.
Comes into fruition, and you may be told something, and it might not necessarily be true. So remember, when you hear from spirit, make sure that you use your discernment, because I believe the percentage is 30%. At least this was.
Did she say disconcernment?
Yeah.
She
meant discernment, I believe, but
Yeah, no, well, in her case, disconcernment probably is accurate.
probably.
I only
She
date
said-
vets. I only date veterinarians because I only eat vegetables.
Yeah.
You know, I had an idea a while back for a sitcom where it was a catatonic ward staffed entirely by gay men, and the title was going to be Fruits and Vegetables.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I know.
Oh God.
Yes, I suppose I am.
Yeah.
That's terrible, and I love it.
Let's continue on.
But I do have something to add.
Yes.
When she said use your disconcernment to verify if what you're hearing from spirit is true, considering I've never heard anything from spirit, because spirit is a fucking horse.
Yeah.
Spirit is a horse.
Well,
I can't hear anything from spirit because he's a horse. He doesn't sound like Matt Damon.
Well, what if she means actually the character Spirit from the old G.I. Joe cartoon? You know, the
Possible.
Native American dude?
Well, in that case,
No.
she might have a point. But then again, he'd probably be saying, "I must defeat Cobra." Where is Cobra?
Well, I mean, every time I talk to the spirits, I always ask for their sources and their bibliography.
Well, when I talk to the spirits, I ask what their proof is, like.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta do some fact checking, and every time.
Oh, no, I meant alcoholic proof.
Oh dear.
Oh, I thought you meant
the validity.
The Exorcist 14 times, and each time I watch it, it keeps getting funnier. Good old Beetlejuice reference, by the way. I was curious.
All right. Well, I think we should continue on. Let's see what else she's got.
Science.
What is true and not true. So 48% of it is not true. And so use your disconcernment and ensure
Oh God, stop saying that.
True, and have faith in doing so, because that can change that percentage at any time.
Yes, Tornado.
She just said, "Have faith in that what they're saying is true."
But use your disconcernment.
Use your disconcernment, yet have faith in what they're saying is true. I think we can stop the video right there because she basically just said, "Have faith and believe it, and it will be right."
Something like that. But
I don't know. It sounded like she said have faith, but also be. I'm assuming she says discerning, not discon. But it's like, okay, so think logically about it and have faith. Apparently.
Yeah, do both. Oh dear. Well, let's see what else. I mean, I'm sure she's going to get to the science part of this.
And so whenever I think of situations like I love going to church and sending healing and get to know different people that way, and it can be a saving grace for many, as it was for me, and being able to be of service, especially when the First Nations stuff was going on, when they found the bodies and stuff. And for some reason, I was guided to the church behind me, and realized.
Well, one, I was right. It was going to be densely packed stupid. But again, First Nations? What the fuck are you smoking,
No,
lady?
no, she's
Those are
talking about
Indians.
the
That's
native
typically
folks.
Canadian.
Yeah,
describing them,
where
yeah.
they like murdered a bunch of kids and buried them. You know, she's talking about native people.
Yeah. Who have been delivered quite a lot of shit by non-native people.
Yes. Oh dear. Yeah. Well, let's see what else.
Okay, this is what I need to be doing. And so this was since last October that I started going. And so I met some people there. And when I met them, you know, I noticed that there's some people I was able to be of service and help. So this is good, even behind the scenes, which is really unique. And so when it comes to my healings and boots on the ground, today was a little bit of a different situation. I was speaking to a soul over coffee about how important it is to talk to your doctors and to make sure that you...
Tornado.
Make sure that you get screened for colon cancer. Public service announcement. Make sure you get screened for colon cancer.
She doesn't have to be
that.
screened for colon cancer because she's got her head up her ass. She can see it on her own.
Yeah. Ain't that the
Okay.
truth?
Okay, but then she was talking with a soul over coffee.
Oh, I know.
That's so much bullshit that I don't even know where to start. I'm talking to my imaginary friend over a bottle of Mountain Dew. That doesn't mean it actually happened.
Well, I'm assuming she means an actual person. I think she meant like a soul, like a person, but
like a poor soul.
Yeah,
poor soul, that kind of thing.
Like Ursula, poor unfortunate.
Yeah, but I have to take what she's saying at face value.
Well, let's see what else she has to say.
Get them to do a medication review, because sometimes medications can counteract each other, and sometimes it can be dangerous, depending on what you are. And if the doctor isn't looking thoroughly at the deep end, then you're kind of going, ooh, okay. So some of those situations happen. But not only that, when you mix alcohol with prescription medication, can be very dangerous. And especially if you're wanting to go off alcohol, you just can't quit. Get into the doctors and get them to help you with that, okay? Because there's a reason why you're on this earth. I lost a sister-in-law to alcoholism. Her stomach ruptured. She was only 50 years old, and she was on prescription drugs and medication, and God bless her, seriously. And so keep that in mind when you're moving forward into foration.
I have to call Drink just for a moment, because I'm just curious where the hell she's going with any of this. It's like the train not only derailed, but it also fell off a cliff.
She started with the whole like telepathic telekinesis stuff. What happened to that?
Yeah.
I wanted to hear more about that nutbaggery.
And miracles and knowledge, and then doctors and alcohol.
The train went off the rails, fell off a cliff, and then landed onto actually make sense highway.
Yeah.
Because everything that she said for about a minute actually made some sense and was good, sound medical advice.
Yeah.
If we just stopped the video here, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but we gotta go through it. No!
Yes, we have to get through it. Oh, well, yeah, Cernian says, and it burst into flames, and Jinzu says, right into the Bermuda Triangle, too. So yeah, I think we should continue on and see where else this train derails to.
Because, you know, I think you can find some serenity in that, and just knowing you matter. Okay, we all matter. And knowing, going back to previous teachings, how you can look at something and you go, okay, if I have the support, this makes a difference, huge difference, and it brings you unity, whether it's going to Narcotics Anonymous, whether it's going to AA, whether it's going just to the hospital and saying I need help, whether it's going to a clinic, right?
More sound advice.
And I know sometimes they want to remind you that hospitals are there for emergency purposes only. Well, if somebody's trying to get off alcohol and it's dangerous and they're having some side effects, that is an emergency. Okay?
Sound medical advice.
And so, in turn, you're going to see that that's the action stage you're taking and moving forward. And then you're going to find some peace in surviving, this kind of situation where I know by church, I saw a lady, and I mentioned this before, with this beautiful cake. And I asked her what it was for, just out of curiosity. And she said it was for her brother for sobriety. And I thought, how beautiful. So celebrate those people that surround you that are battling with the trials and tribulations in their lives, especially if they're trying to quit off drugs and alcohol. Be there in a place of love and compassion, unconditional love, really, especially if they're a family member. And that way they don't feel abandoned and alone while they're struggling with the addictions they may need to recover from. So I'm just going to end it there. I just wanted to share something.
What does that have to do with any of the beginning?
You're surrounded by these beautiful angels, these guides. And that they're here no matter what. They're in your auric field. They're around you, but they're here in your heart. So I'm excited to carry on and to learn about Buddhism and be the mystic Buddhist
drink.
I'm meant to be. I'm just sharing.
Yes.
I mean, she starts out with this whole like church this, church that, and all of a sudden it's Buddhism.
Right.
I mean, like, is she bifaithful or something?
I'm not even sure. This has me very confused.
Well, you're in her boat.
I'm not in her boat. I'm in her rocket to the moon, apparently. I mean, she is nuts.
If you wrote a transcript of what she said, it would look like somebody dumped a bunch of Scrabble tiles down and just shuffled them around a bit until you could make words.
RJ, I have to remind you that half of this video was actually stuff that made sense.
But it doesn't make sense with the rest of the video.
Yeah, I know, but for a brief moment there, we actually had some clarity. There was actually something smart among all the stupid.
I don't know.
I will say that hospitals are not just for emergencies.
Right.
The ER for sure, but the rest of the hospital, nah.
Yeah.
And for a brief and shining moment, it was Scam-a-lot.
Okay, locally here, we have St. Francis, which is a Catholic-run hospital.
Mm-hmm.
But they also own Mount Sinai, which is a Jewish hospital.
Yeah.
And they use Mount Sinai as an inpatient rehab center. So.
Now, what I'm curious about, she kept holding up these cards, and I didn't know what they were from. At first, I thought it was going to be some tarot nonsense.
Right.
But it looks like it's just some sort of like church trading card. I mean, what were these cards?
She does not feel it was important to clarify this information for anyone.
Angel Ariel blesses you with miracles.
So this is from her. This is from her Magic
religious
Angel
Pokemon
trading card set.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like some sort of the mystic warlords of Ka'a kind of thing.
Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch. Oh wait, I'm gonna get sued by Showpro.
I just don't. I don't know where those came.
I mean, it looks like the kind of thing you would get in a pamphlet from some church, or like it came with a box of communion wafers or something with the free trading card inside. I don't know.
I'm not entirely sure. What was the other one? Didn't she hold up another one too?
She held up two.
Yeah, I mean, she gave them names. Like one of them was Miracle. I remember that at the beginning.
Yeah, that was the first one that said Angel Ariel blesses you with miracles. Second one was Angel Faith blesses you with freedom.
Do they have a card for Miracle 409, the cleanser angel.
Oh, possibly.
William Wallace blessed you with freedom, but that's just me. I don't know.
I thought it was George Washington.
No. I remember at the end of Braveheart, freedom. Of course, Mel Gibson's nuts, but still freedom.
Well,
That's George Wallace of the Scottish Wallaces, different centuries.
Angel Raphael blesses you with knowledge.
I thought he blessed me with pizza, but all right.
Yeah.
No. He blessed you with Psy, and he blessed you with turtles, and then he blessed you with pizza.
Yeah.
I was making
and a terrapin by any other name
reference. Yes,
still be a
indeed,
tortoise.
And then he blessed you with ooze, and you turned into a giant green monster.
I'm already a
Well,
giant green
tell you-
monster. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, there you go.
To tell
You're
you the truth,
halfway
I
there.
still think that's probably one of the best epic rap battles of history.
Yeah.
The artist versus the turtles.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, this was super informative. I totally get where she's going from A to Z. And, you know, she took a detour and kind of went backward. But, you know,
Her train went off the rails, fell off a cliff, burst into flames, ran into the Bermuda Triangle, and then landed on something along the lines of Makes Sense Highway.
I want to see some of this telepathic telekinesis.
right? I don't think
There's
we
even a little
got
minor
that.
telekinesis,
Let's
you know,
go
like
back to
moving
where
a
she says
brick.
something about Buddhism.
That was kind of near the end anyway. She was going to the Buddhist church.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
not the
prefer
temple,
some
the church.
Buddhism, but that's just me.
Buddhism.
Oh, yeah. BOOTIE.
Yeah, 100%.
Be to all
Ooh,
during these times.
teen,
And
the Big
And
Bang.
the call
Bang.
to prayer would be a booty
Love,
call.
light.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye now.
Get up on the minaret
Yeah.
there.
Bye-bye
and,
now,
call
lady.
it out, and whoever shows
Bye.
up, then you do it.
Wow,
dear.
2 videos in
Ooh.
less than an hour.
Yeah.
3.
And the information
Technically.
content in all of those exceeded -5.
Yeah.
Got the traffic cone. Are we supposed to avoid traffic cones? Oh, wait a
Yeah.
minute. We're not cars. That's-
I don't think we have time for another one.
Beware homicidal traffic cones. I always do.
And gangs of vicious keep left signs.
Absolutely.
Oh
Good old
dear.
Monty
And don't
Python
forget the
reference.
horrid.
Someone
No
asked
right
me for a
turn on
sign, and
red.
I said, yield right of way.
Well, I saw the sign and it opened up my mind. Sorry.
Oh dear.
Ace
Oh,
of
come on.
Base,
How was I
you are
not going to
not-
make that reference?
But
How was I
by the way,
not?
will someone please explain to me the logic behind a stop or yield sign? Yield means yield, which would be you stop if there's traffic, you go if there's no traffic.
Right.
So stop or yield is just
Well,
stupid.
No, well, I mean, the stop sign, you have to stop. The yield sign, you don't. It's kind of like you only
Yeah, but
yield
they're
if you
saying,
gotta.
they're saying stop or yield. There is such a thing as a stop or yield sign.
I've
So,
never
but
seen
the thing
one.
is, if they're if
Yeah.
it's just a yield
Listen-
sign, you
listen,
stop
Chris,
when there's traffic
If
anyway.
you don't put the yield sign up on the roundabouts now, people won't understand that, and they start spinning around the roundabout so fast that it forms a singularity, generates a black hole, sucks the entire planet and the universe into it, and nothing is now in existence. Now, you want that on your conscience?
Well, if nothing's
Yes.
there, you won't
I'll
have
take
a conscience.
responsibility for that.
You see,
Uh,
there's a
oh.
chance I'm a little too tired to make sense anymore.
Well, make dollars.
Okay.
Oh dear. Well, I think with that we will wrap it up here for the evening. So I want to say thank you all for coming out yet again. Thank you for dealing with our slight technical issues near the beginning there. It wouldn't be movie night without technical issues. Come on now.
It's true.
Absolutely.
So thank you all. I appreciate everybody. And with that, say goodnight, panel.
Good night,
night,
panel.
Good night, everybody. Don't accept any wooden penguins.
Yay.
That is